Oh my god. So yeah, I didn't tell you what Rhonda thought of it because I ended up talking. So I was up way late last night, which was fine because I got to sleep in. And still, like, I went to bed, I think, just before 2. And then, I slept until, like, 8:30, like, about 8:30. And then I still got to, get my, like, morning jog in and stuff before work, which was nice. But I did not eat, so I'm gonna go eat right now. But yeah, so I told her, like, the whole thing, about the fact that I don't think it was Bryan that I saw in the parking lot, but I think, wow, look at that. Hello, look at that, look, just look straight, look at that, it's like, I can, like, grab it. But I can't see it yet here. I'm getting there. Alright. I'm gonna go be vulnerable and go to the eye doctor. I'm gonna do it. I'm hungry, though. I kind of want to eat, but I feel like I should go be vulnerable at the eye doctor first, which means I should probably be on that road, but that's fine. I'll go this way. Whatever. I'm being weird. So I told her about it. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, I didn't tell you, like, any of this. Like, how weird the night got after this. I really hope you can hear me right now. Because I don't have Bluetooth on. I don't think I do I? No, okay. So I'm hoping you can hear me. So I called her. She answered. I was like, oh my god, I'm so glad you answered, because I left you like a 30-minute long message. Plus, before that, I had watched a 15-minute long video that she sent me from Jerry and Esther, the whole Abraham Hicks, I don't know, that whole, their thing, which the first time I ever heard about it was from Tim, because he's like super into that stuff. And then, which is funny because he's very, like, closed off and, like, doesn't share as much about it, but he was somebody, like, good to start talking to about it, So she sent me, like, a 15-minute long video just about, like, synchronicities, and I told Rhonda all about, like, the synchronicities with Dave and I when, like, we met, like, literally, like, missed opportunity after missed opportunity, like, just, like, we were always, I don't know if I ever told you about that, like, it's, like, another video, I'll have to leave, I was actually in the middle of, like, making a Monopoly board game for us, when we, like, separated, and god, the light is just, I mean, it's still there, Danielle, it's still following me, like, where is it coming from? Like, I've changed direction, I've driven, and the light is still there. That is, like, the coolest thing I've ever seen. Like, it's just hanging out. I feel so wild. So I was in the middle of making a Monopoly board game, which I think I'm still gonna do. I gotta find the Excel spreadsheet that I was making, that basically was, like, showed, like, I basically grew up in Dave's backyard, like, like, went to the mall that, like, was, like, walking distance from his house. We went to the same, skate city, like, to go roller skating. He worked at the gym where my dad used to take me at Goodson Center, like, kind of like a YMCA. He worked there where my dad used to take me when my dad used to go work out, and I would just go with him. We lived in the same apartment complex, but just different years. Like, I lived there with my parents as a kid, and then he lived there later in life with a girlfriend, and we even, like, talked about where it was, like, the building, and it was, like, potentially the same building, or, like, really close in the apartment complex. And then, I took him to go visit, like, the couple of houses that I lived in Lone Tree with my parents, and he goes, like, watch this, and he goes out, and he turns right, and he turns right, and he turns right, and, like, he pulls into this, like, neighborhood, and he goes, my brother and I lived here. And, I mean, it was, like, so close, and I was like, holy shit. But, like, because of our age difference, the timing was always, like, off, right? So it was just, like, all these amazing opportunities that the universe presented in our lives for us to meet, and just the magic of how that all played out. And I really, truly, like, I had to be with him to learn everything, you know, like, I'm not bitter about any of it. Like, it all had to happen, especially all that had to happen for me to be like, fuck no, I don't want that anymore. And God, the light is just with me, Danielle. Like, I am, like, usually it, like, moves. It's just there, Danielle. It's just there with me. This is, like, the coolest thing ever. The psoriasis is getting worse. So, obviously, I'm not getting the message I'm supposed to get from it. It's a little frustrating. I do think maybe it has to do with me, I don't know, refinancing the house, selling the house, moving into an apartment, if I told you all that. Yeah. Like, basically downsizing. I just want to get rid of, like, everything. Like, I just don't care about stuff anymore. Like, I don't care about stuff. I don't want stuff. I just want it all gone. I want, like, the clothes, you know, like, our beds, clothes, my bike, the kids' bikes, maybe some of the kitchen stuff, and honestly, everything else I really don't give two shits about. Yeah, talk about detachment from objects. So I'm thinking, I don't know if I think I did tell you, I think I'm going to do, like, a yard sale, but just do it, like, free. So, like, but put, like, a box for donations or something. I don't know. Like, if you want to donate, cool. If not, just please take it off my hands. Like, just take it. So I called Rhonda, and I told her, I was like, oh my God, the rainbow. Like, your sign for Ben is rainbows. My sign for Bryan is what he looks like. Like, I don't know. His essence. I just know it. So, I told her, I was like, I think it was Ben in the parking lot. Like, I think that's why he was so visually appealing to me. And she goes, well, I think they look a lot alike. And that's, like, one thing that their parents, the biological parents, have such a hard time with, because they look so similar. So I think I told you, she thinks Ben is the older brother, the first one, the oldest, who gets adopted out. And then Bryan is younger, because she just feels like Ben is older than Bryan. I could see that. Like, I think Bryan just had his 30th birthday. I don't know if I told you that. On June 7th, which is, like, a week after Rhonda's birthday, because her birthday's on the 1st. I just was kind of seeing signs, and I'm like, maybe this is Bryan's birthday? Like, I don't know. So, maybe he's, like 30. Maybe he just turned 30. But, so, she, like, has been dating these younger guys, and one of them was 37, and she said it felt weird, because he was 37, and she was like, you know, like, okay, well, because she's 47. She just turned 47. So she was like, it feels really weird because he's so much younger than me. So then, when we went out to Denim & Diamonds, the universe sent her a 31-year-old. Oh, yeah. They had major chemistry. Like, major chemistry. 31-year-old, like, major chemistry. And she was like, I think that was the universe's way of letting me know, like, hey, it's not that big of a deal that he's 37. Like, here's a 31-year-old so that you can get over the age thing, right? So she thinks, yes. So then she was telling me, she goes, well, what does he look like? Is he skinny? Is he beefy? And I go, he's not skinny, and he's not beefy. He's not, like, thin, but he's not beefy. She was like, really? She's like, Randy said the same thing. Like, her friend who did the reading, she said the same thing. She said that, you know, like, I need to, like, get over the fact that he's not big and beefy. Like, and I was like, he's not. He's not a gym rat. He's not somebody who goes to the gym and works out. He's not big and beefy, but he's not skinny. He's in good shape, very physically attractive, but like in a functional way. And I said, honestly, like, he looked like a surfer. And I was like, oh my God, that was your Ben. And it makes so much sense because she knows he lives somewhere in Arizona, and him wearing the rainbow shorts. And I had to see him and the similarities in the way that they look. Like, we were totally freaking out. And so she totally thinks that Daisy is maybe Bryan's dog, or maybe like Bryan's family's dog. So like the biological family. So she thinks Daisy is Bryan's, like, maybe like belongs to Bryan's family. So, and like from Montana. And then I was like, oh my God, I forgot the show that I was watching, that I've been watching. It's called Younger. It's about like this mom who gets divorced and then wants to go back to work, but because she's been a stay-at-home mom, her daughter goes to college and she wants to work, but she like can't get a job in publishing, which is what she wants to do, because she's too old. So she's 40 and she lies about her age and says she's 27, I think. And when she lies about her age on the resume, people believe her and hire her. And then, so it's about dating. She's dating a younger man who's about, the 27 age, when really she's 40. So dating a younger man. And then the episode that I watched yesterday, because this show takes me like forever to watch. I think I'm on season 4, and there's like, I don't know, 7 seasons or something like that. But I've been watching it for a long time, and it's funny because my dad actually, I guess, watched it for a while, which is just weird. But then I think my mom said my dad doesn't watch it anymore. But my mom was like, oh, your dad watched that show. And I was like, my dad watched a show? Like, that's just weird to me. Maybe my dad and I have a lot more in common than I realized. So, the episode was about this barista who, her real name is Amy, but she goes by Montana. She, like, basically just has, like, nicknamed herself Montana. And she takes other people's artwork, like, people that have gifted her, like, art. And then she just paints, like, in white paint, a picture of the state of Montana over the artwork, and then resells it as her own. And I did not, again, recognize the Montana synchronicity there. So we really think that Bryan's family, at least, lives on or near, like, a lake in Montana. And then I think we all go, like, I don't know if I'm involved with this. I should ask her, like, I'm just going to say yes, I get to be there. We all get to go, like, out on a houseboat on a lake. And, like, so that means Rhonda and I are going to be sisters. I wonder if she realizes that. That one, like, dawned on me, like, we're going to be sisters. Oh my God, that's kind of cool. Oh, I'm going to have a sister. Oh my God, I've always wanted a sister, and Liz was not the kind of sister that I wanted, and now I get a sister, and I get a sister who's like me, and believes in all this stuff, and all the signs, and all the synchronicities, and is social like me, and loves to hike like me, and oh my God, I get a sister. This is like the coolest day ever, Danielle, and the light has followed me this entire time. So yes. So then I told Sierra about Daisy, and she was like, that is so neat. She goes, I think Daisy's here to help me, like, meet my goals, because she goes, I said I wanted to be more of a morning person, and Daisy is super hardcore morning girl, and she makes me, like, at first I was like, she was like, I was hating it, and then I switched to being more, like, to a thought of more gratitude, and now I love it. And she's like, I think Daisy's here to help me, like, fulfill my goals of being more of a morning person, which makes sense, because I was not getting any signs that I should be taking Daisy home with me to Arizona. Like, nothing pointed me towards that. Everything was like, just leave her here with Sierra, and just leave things be. Like, just let it go. Just, you are meant to connect her, but just let it go. So I think maybe Daisy's meant to be with Sierra, like she said, for a while to help her with some of her goals. And because she was like, Daisy is such a morning bugger, I think is what she called her. And so like she's helping her like get up and get her day started earlier, which is just awesome. So yes. And then so here's what I didn't tell you, and all the stuff was insane. So Rhonda, you remember the whole white Jeep Grand Cherokee thing? Rhonda's like, I've been seeing white Jeeps like everywhere, and she's like, I don't know if it's, you know, and I was like, well, like what kind, like a Grand Cherokee? And she was like, no, I don't think so. And I was like, okay girl, because I was seeing white Jeep Grand Cherokees everywhere for like a year and a half, and I haven't been seeing them lately. Like I just stopped seeing them. I don't know why. So she sees white Jeep Wranglers, the kind where you can like take off the top. And I was like, is it a Wrangler or a Rubicon? And she thinks it's a Wrangler. And I go, oh my God, girl, there's a house that is one street over from me that I've walked by, like when I was going through all that shit and like going for the walks every day, and like, and I still walk by it some, but like I don't take that route as much because now I go by the canal. And I was like, they have a white Jeep that you take the roof off, you take the doors off, like, oh my God. I go, I have to go drive by this house and go look. So, no joke, I go by this house. So, Rhonda's number is 7337, like those are like her numbers, like 73 or 37. I go by this house, I pull up front, there is a white Jeep Wrangler in the driveway, a white truck that's backed in, so I can't see the license plate on it, but the white Jeep Wrangler has like something like, I don't know, the like first three numbers, letters, and then it's 8NC. Well, 8 is my number, and the light's back. 8 is my number, and NC, North Carolina, I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But then I look at the house number. The house number is 1735. I was like, holy shit, 73. So then there's this vehicle parked out front of the house. It's a like titanium colored Nissan Rogue, and the license plate is 44P or something like that, 173. I was like, no way, you gotta be shitting me. And it's a West Virginia license plate. And I was like, oh my God, that'd be really cool if there was something to do with West Virginia in here, because I grew up going to those family reunions that I was telling you about in West Virginia, in Pipestem, West Virginia. Like, what if there's like, you know, like all these synchronicities? Like, what if like literally like Ben, Bryan, Rhonda, and I have just been like in each other's backyards like this whole time, you know, like just like all these like opportunities to meet, like just here, like, and now we're getting like closer and closer and closer. So also, like off to the side of the driveway is a boat. Oh, I wonder if they're closed for lunch. I didn't even think about that. I really hope they're. It's 12:45. I did not think about like lunch closure. I am so hungry right now. If they are closed for lunch, I'm probably just gonna go home and eat and then come back at a different time for the contacts. Yeah, rate definitely needs to be switched out though. But I'm just gonna be totally weird and vulnerable when I go in and ask the lady. And you know what I realized for the contacts? I'm gonna go in and ask her for like 7s, 6, 5, 4, 3. You get what I'm doing, right? I'm counting down. Yeah, that's right, universe. You're counting me down again. So, in the driveway, like just off to the side of the driveway, is a boat. So Rhonda just tells me about a houseboat. So there's this boat on the side of the driveway, and the numbers on it are like 1543. And I was like, no way. The boat's counting down, like 543. Like, are you like counting me down to like the houseboat? Like, what the, like literally all the synchronicities with the 44, the 73, the 2 73s, the 44, the 8, the counting down, the 5, 4, 3, I was like, Rhonda, I feel like I am in an episode of Twilight Zone right now. I was like, I literally am like, I feel like I'm in an episode of Twilight Zone. Like, I'm literally, like amazed. Not, like, freaking out in a bad way, but, like, oh my God. Like, oh my God, all the synchronicities, Rhonda. And then she looks back at this post that she posted back on April 4th of 2020. And it's her saying that she's in a really low place, and she is asking the sign for, like, she's asking the universe for a sign that everything's okay, like, you know, like, just show me, like, just, yeah, like, universe, I'm gonna need a really strong sign. So she goes for a walk, and there's, like, rainbow, like signs in this front yard, and somebody drew a bunch of rainbows on the sidewalk, and it says, everything's gonna be okay. And she was like, oh my God, like, the universe is sending me a sign, like, everything's gonna be okay, and all the rainbows. And then rainbow is, like, her connection with Ben. And then she looks back at the pictures, because she was like, something's telling me to look back at the pictures. So she goes and she looks back at the pictures, and there's a white Jeep Wrangler with the removable top in the driveway of this home, with the signs, with the rainbows, that says, everything's gonna be okay. She was like, holy shit. And I was like, that is crazy. And then I opened up my Facebook, and I got, like, 2 notifications. I had, like, 100 of them, but 2 of them, one of them is about Flathead Lake, Montana. And then it was just, like, a story, I don't know, about, like, the weather and cooling off and something. And I was like, oh my God, maybe that's the lake that, like, Bryan's family lives on. Like, I don't know. And then there was a post in Girls Who Love Travel with, I think I invited you to that group, of this girl, and I couldn't even, like, after I took a screenshot of this post, I couldn't go back and find it. She was posting about asking for recommendations about a houseboat. And I'm like, this is so weird. Like I know phones listen in, but also it's like, so if I just said something about a houseboat with Rhonda, and then I go into the Facebook, like, notifications, there is a notification about somebody who posted a post about renting a houseboat, and there were 22 likes on the photo, on the post. I was like, you gotta be shitting me. 22 likes on something to do with a houseboat. Like, just all the synchronicities are insane, Danielle. Okay, that was a lot. I love you.